Glover plays a Vietnam vet who has hidden himself away since the war, living in a remote wooded cabin that he built himself. Little contact with other people. He's just chosen to disappear. One day an old army buddy shows up out of the blue, played by the wonderful David Strathairn. And he is dying of lung cancer from Agent Orange exposure in Vietnam.
Private Henry R. Hocknell, Jr. reporting, sir.
Don't salute.
Come on, don't pretend you don't remember.
Hocknell?
You bet your rosy red ass.
Daddy!
Vietnam 67. Oh, come here, man. Listen, it's okay. It's okay.
So he brings his little girl, who's half Vietnamese, to the only man he could possibly trust. And so it's basically the story of his healing through the love of this child.
Gabrielle was actually extraordinary and wonderful. It was wonderful to work with her, and mainly because she had invested a passion for the story. We often try to bring to our work the sense of urgency and sense of importance.
Funny thing is, I ain't never heard Red make a sound. Not so much as a peep. Walking body bag, that one. He died in the Nam.
There was a condemnation, but not a condemnation of the veterans themselves. It was a condemnation of the policy which created a situation that placed those young men and young women in harm's way. His healing comes through the extraordinary relationship between himself and a child.
I made you some supper.
Give it to Doe.
Yes, sir.
She was very difficult to find. We looked all over North America. It had to be someone who could stand up to Danny's character in a feisty way, and someone who wins our heart.
You're gonna stand case until your dad comes back.
No.
Yes!
I'm not going. I'm not going, and you can't make me. Working with an actor like Danny Glover, working off of an actor like Danny Glover, just was very easy to kind of just mold myself into Lenny and be very realistic.
Where is he?
He's gone!
What do you mean he's gone?
He left me here! He left me here with you!
First time we had this scene where she had to, I was hoping that she would cry when she says goodbye to her dad. She had never cried in a role before. And so I worked with her to really try to get into that space. And the very first take, she did it. And people in the room, their eyes were filling up watching.
One of a memorable scene for me was when Ron Perlman spits on me. Không có gì, ông tin cái đạo. There's this real anger when he sees me and sees me speak Vietnamese, and it just brings back all that anger from the war, and I remember that being very disturbing.
Well, who's this little angel?
I loved the script. You know, there are very few scripts that come my way that I really love, and it was just a complete story, but it didn't take the easy road. And that's a rare delight in this day and age.
Hi, Lenny. My name is Kate.
You got my supplies?
Where are you from, Lenny?
We gotta get going.
Would you mind?
I was a little mystified when I read the script because my character is described as, you know, crusty old shopkeep. So I was like, well, now what exactly made you come to me for this? So I had to do a little investigating. And the little gems are in the independent films. I mean, I actually have hardly ever had a real studio career. I've always sort of gone the other way, and I do enjoy this kind of work. This is where it's at.